Today I've got my homie Ryan with me, and we're gonna be shredding some waves. Well, actually I'm trying to get on point with my skimboarding lessons. I haven't been skimboarding in a really long time, so I was hoping Ryan would be able to give me some lessons for free, right?
I got you. Might charge you a little bit, but I'll show you the ropes.
Let's see what happens. I might do a couple bails, I might do a backflip, I might do a 360, who knows?
Let's get it.
But for those of you guys that don't know Ryan, this is like one of my athletic best friends. This guy runs marathons, ultra marathons. Soon he might even go for the triathlon, right?
We'll see, we're getting there.
Being that you've been running these long distances for a long time now, obviously it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
What would you say are the top 3 things that a person needs to work on in order to consistently run these long distances?
First thing that comes to mind is the mindset that is required. You're definitely gonna have to be okay with being uncomfortable. So learning how to be uncomfortable in these long runs is gonna be key to being successful. And then taking care of your body, nutrition wise, right? You need to eat the right foods. You need to make sure that you're getting everything your body needs to rest and recover, and then hit these workouts hard. And then also focusing on like mobility, strength training, so that your muscles can keep up with the distances that you're gonna be doing. So I would say those are the top 3 things, but obviously there's a lot more. But if I had to give you 3 things, those would be the 3.
For the longest time, I haven't got into running because, well, I've been telling myself it's because I have asthma, which I do, but honestly, that just seems like a pretty bad excuse for me not to get into running. So maybe one day I'll do that, but I will have plenty of time to practice my running right now as we're gonna go hit the waves. So I'm excited for that.
Let's get it.
Without like having stepped on a skimboard in years, and then I slipped and busted my ass in like 2 seconds.
Hey, you got it.
One of the last times I went to the beach, it was like really early in the morning, probably like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. I was on the phone and I walked into the water. Never had this experience in my life. I literally grew up swimming in the ocean, and I looked down and there's a shark. It wasn't even that big. It was like literally this big, and it was right in front of me while I was on the phone, and it was looking straight at me. In the moment, I wasn't worried at all. There was no fear. I knew it wasn't gonna bite me. But I just like walked away naturally, and then ever since that experience, it stuck with me. Like subconsciously, I've had the fear of going into the ocean. So fast forward to right now, and I turn around and there's this big figure, like this big shadow swimming right by me.
It was a lot bigger than what you just said, probably like 6 feet at least.
Somebody said it was a dolphin, but we didn't see it pop up out of the water to get air, so it kind of led us to believe like it was a shark.
Pretty gnarly. I never see sharks at the beach, and then one time I come with him, I see a shark, so pretty funny.
Have you ever had that urge just to unplug from all of your technology for a full month and be in nature?
Yeah, of course, but you'd be surprised. Go 1 full day without your phone and you start panicking. We're so attached to them that we forget how much we use them and how much we want them.
He said 1 full day.
Yeah.
1 full hour for me.
Yeah, exactly. 1 full hour. And so most people don't realize how attached they are to their phones. So yeah, it's definitely something to like, check yourself and be honest of like, is it useful to use it right now, or am I just scrolling? Am I just looking for information that I don't even know really what I'm looking for? Yeah, that's something I know I need to work on. I've done a lot of progression already, but I know I can get better, right? There's always more that I can do.
Nonetheless, I'm gonna continue to conquer the fear of getting back to the ocean. I'm not gonna let some sharks get to me, even though for some reason there's a strange infatuation with sharks being attracted to me. Every time I come to the ocean lately, it's been my dream ever since I was a little kid. I don't know about you, Ryan, but to have my own pool in my backyard. Like literally just, now it's evolved to an infinity pool, but I've always just wanted my own pool. So any time of the day, no matter what's going on, I can spend time, I can just float around, I can be just in my own vibe overall. So I'm not gonna let those sharks get to me. And honestly, bro, I encourage you not to let a fear get to you. If there's something out there, some experience that's happened to you, and maybe it's turned you away from doing a particular activity, I encourage you to overcome that. All right, bro. So for dinner tonight, we're doing smoothies. Nah, I'm just kidding. But we did need a quick snack after going to the beach and skimboarding. I don't know if a lot of people recognize this, but skimboarding is basically a form of high intensity cardio. So you're burning a lot of calories when you're running super quick.
Yep.
And it tends to make you very hungry, right?
Yeah, and we're outside in the sun, sweating, getting dehydrated.
I don't get a lot of free time. As you're very well aware, I'm working quite frequently. I'm inside most of the time. And being outside today was a true luxury. Like, I just really enjoyed being in nature. Obviously, I wanted to include events that would make the vlog more interesting, but I genuinely wanted to go to the beach with my friend and improve on the skill of skimboarding. And as you guys could see from the clips earlier, I definitely need to continue to practice, improve my skill.
Just go outside, go for a walk, get sunlight, get in nature, you know, put the phone away and just really silence your mind.
And for my guys out there that are extremely productive, and maybe like you're in that phase of life where you don't have time to necessarily take a full day off to enjoy, relax, and reset mentally, there's a couple of ways that I reset on a more efficient basis, even if it's just for a small period of time. Now, the first one is going to be through breathing exercises. So sometimes I do it multiple times a day, but usually I just do it once per day. Right in the morning, it's one of the first things I do when I wake up. You can go on YouTube, you can just type in a quick 10-minute breathing exercise, and it's essentially, in my opinion, one of the fastest ways to meditate. Because what you're doing is you're essentially balancing out your nervous system. Your parasympathetic and your non-parasympathetic nervous system, definitely one of the biggest game changers for me. Now, the second way that I efficiently meditate is by being mindful. And there's no complicated strategy to this. The best way you can do it is just by sitting down and not doing anything. No matter how crazy the thoughts get in your mind, just stare out, relax, and observe the thoughts that go through your head. This is going to provide you with a significant amount of mental clarity and honestly give you the competitive advantage over the majority of people that are not doing this. Another quick way that you can meditate, if you don't have like a full day to just reset, is by journaling. Journaling takes a little bit longer, especially if you have a lot on your mind, but max, you're probably going to take an hour, and you'd be surprised how much clarity you get when you get everything out of your mind and onto a piece of paper. Doesn't even have to be a piece of paper anymore. I use Notion personally. It gives me more space, more flexibility. I know I'm never going to run out of pages. Just took me a little bit more adaptation to do everything on my computer, but it's so efficient if you want to boost your clarity.
Look at how big you are. You guys are getting so big.
We are just casually hanging out with the ducks and
Ducky rituals.
Ducky rituals. As you can see, they love us. We've built a relationship with them. Unfortunately, last night there was a ducky that didn't have the best luck. It didn't make it. So sometimes you got to let nature do its thing. Last year, it was interesting. We had pretty much the same exact experience happen with us, but instead it was a much smaller duck, like a baby duck. I call them micro ducks around here. Anyways, it had an injured leg and we ended up taking it in. We fully restored it. It stayed with us for a few days. We fed it bananas and insects. Didn't really like the raw greens, but
No, because it was so used to the grass outside. It was like, oh, give me the luxurious food, like bananas.
I mean, we gave it organic too, but it didn't really like the organic. Yeah, but unfortunately, we didn't do it with this one that we saw last night just because it was a little bit bigger. We consider these toddlers, like you just saw running up in the video.
And this one, you could see it was like a lot more like infected. It wasn't like at the start of it, so
yeah,
prayed.
We did pray. Guys, thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. And this video right here is the one that YouTube is recommending that you watch next. So be sure to give it a click and I'll see you in the next one.